The Philippines, grappling with poverty and corruption, has long been a nation in turmoil. The streets of Manila and other urban centers are filled with the daily struggles of ordinary citizens, battling against the odds in a system that seems rigged against them. In 2016, the country faced a deadly social experiment that would change its course forever. The air was thick with anticipation and fear as the nation braced itself for what was to come. Rodrigo Duterte, Davao City's firebrand mayor, rose to power, promising a brutal solution to the drug problem. His campaign was marked by fiery speeches and bold promises, capturing the attention of a populace desperate for change. His chilling campaign rhetoric, "Kill them all," sent shockwaves through the nation. It was a promise steeped in blood, a vow to eradicate the drug menace by any means necessary. Duterte's promise resonated with a public weary of crime and government inaction. The crowds cheered, hopeful that this strong man could deliver the safety and security they longed for. His tough talk soon became a horrifying reality. As he took office, the streets of the Philippines began to change. The war on drugs was not just a policy, it was a relentless, bloody campaign. The war on drugs escalated into a campaign of terror, marked by extrajudicial killings and human rights abuses. Families were torn apart, and communities lived in constant fear. The streets transformed into killing fields, littered with bodies of suspected drug users and dealers. The nightly news was filled with grim reports of raids and deaths, painting a picture of a nation at war with itself. Duterte's brutal approach plunged the nation into fear and lawlessness, leaving an indelible stain on the Philippines' soul. The promise of safety had come at a devastating cost, one that the country would grapple with for years to come. Duterte's war on drugs was a war on the poor. Masked gunmen, often police or vigilantes, stormed impoverished neighborhoods, leaving a trail of blood. Suspects, often without evidence or due process, were shot in cold blood, their bodies left in the streets. The Philippine National Police, accused of widespread human rights abuses, operated with impunity. The justice system, crippled by fear and corruption, failed to hold perpetrators accountable. Duterte's war on drugs was a war on justice in the soul of the Philippines. Amidst official indifference, victims' families cried out for justice. Mothers, clutching photos of their slain children, shared heart-wrenching stories of loss. Human rights groups documented atrocities facing government intimidation and violence. Journalists, lawyers, and activists who spoke out were targeted and silenced. The stories of victims and human rights defenders exposed the human cost of Duterte's war on drugs. Their voices, though often drowned out, served as a beacon of hope and resistance against tyranny. Beyond the body count, Duterte's drug war had a profound societal impact. The pervasive climate of fear eroded trust in institutions and fractured communities. Thousands of families were torn apart, leaving behind grief and trauma. The psychological toll on children who witnessed killings is immeasurable. The drug war sowed seeds of fear and mistrust within communities, creating an atmosphere of suspicion. The legacy of the drug war is one of profound societal damage, leaving a nation grappling with trauma and the task of rebuilding. Duterte defended his brutal drug war as a necessary evil. His administration downplayed the death toll, dismissing reports of extrajudicial killings. However, dissenting voices within the Philippines and the international community challenged these narratives. Human rights organizations and journalists presented evidence of widespread abuses. International pressure mounted, with calls for independent investigations. The drug war exposed a deep chasm within Philippine society, posing a significant challenge to democratic institutions. Duterte's arrest on April 30, 2025, sent shockwaves through the Philippines and the international community. The former president, once a powerful and controversial figure, now faced the consequences of his actions. His arrest was not just a national event but a global spectacle, covered extensively by international media. The world watched as Duterte, who had ruled with an iron fist, was finally held accountable. The ICC's warrant for crimes against humanity marked a watershed moment in the pursuit of justice. This was a significant step, not only for the victims of Duterte's brutal drug war, but also for international law. The charges included extrajudicial killings and other severe human rights violations, bringing hope to many who had suffered under his regime. Duterte's arrest was met with mixed reactions within the Philippines. While some celebrated the move as a long overdue act of justice, others viewed it as a political maneuver. The streets of Manila were filled with both jubilation and protests, reflecting the deep divisions within the country. Interviews with Filipino citizens revealed a complex tapestry of emotions, from relief and hope to anger and defiance. The ICC's decision to pursue charges sets a powerful precedent, reaffirming that no one is above the law. This move by the ICC sends a clear message to leaders worldwide: accountability is inevitable. The courtroom scenes, with judges deliberating and the gavel striking, symbolize the gravity and formality of this historic moment. Duterte's trial at The Hague will be a landmark case, testing the ICC's reach and ability to deliver justice. Legal experts and human rights advocates are closely watching the proceedings, which will set a precedent for future cases involving heads of state. The trial will be a rigorous examination of Duterte's policies and actions, scrutinizing the legality and morality of his administration's approach to crime and punishment. It will be a defining moment for the Philippines, a chance to reflect on its past and chart a new course for the future. The trial is not just about Duterte, it's about the nation's commitment to justice and human rights. The waving Philippine flag and the aerial views of Manila remind us of the country's rich history and the pivotal moments that have shaped its identity, an opportunity to confront the legacy of the drug war, which left thousands dead and countless families grieving. The images of police raids and memorials for the victims serve as a stark reminder of the human cost of Duterte's policies. Interviews with families affected by the drug war highlight the personal tragedies and the enduring pain that many continue to endure, and begin the process of healing. The community rebuilding efforts and group therapy sessions symbolize the resilience and unity of the Filipino people. These images of healing and solidarity offer a glimpse of hope for a nation striving to overcome its past and build a more just and compassionate future. The arrest of Duterte is the beginning of a long journey towards justice and healing for the Philippines. This moment marks a significant turning point in the nation's history, symbolizing a break from a past marred by violence and impunity. For many, it is a glimmer of hope that justice can prevail, even against the most powerful figures. There is an urgent need for truth and reconciliation. The nation must come together to acknowledge the pain and suffering endured by countless families. Candlelight vigils and community gatherings serve as poignant reminders of the lives lost and the enduring impact on those left behind. These acts of remembrance are crucial steps in the healing process. A comprehensive investigation into the drug war's atrocities is crucial to establish facts and provide closure for victims' families. Forensic experts and investigators play a vital role in uncovering the truth, meticulously examining crime scenes and gathering evidence. Courtroom scenes with families of victims highlight the emotional toll and the desperate need for justice. The process must be victim-centered, ensuring their voices are heard and needs addressed. Public forums and community meetings provide platforms for victims' families to share their stories and seek support. Emotional interviews reveal the depth of their pain and the importance of addressing their needs in the pursuit of justice. The Philippines must embark on institutional reform, particularly within the justice sector. Lawmakers and government officials have a responsibility to create and implement policies that prevent future abuses and ensure accountability. This includes strengthening the justice system to handle cases of human rights violations effectively. Police brutality, corruption, and impunity must be addressed through comprehensive reforms. The images of police in riot gear and scenes of brutality underscore the urgent need for change. Anti-corruption protests reflect the public's demand for a transparent and accountable system. Reforming the police force is essential to restore public trust and uphold the rule of law. Healing the wounds of the drug war requires a societal reckoning, promoting human rights education and addressing root causes of drug use and crime. Community workshops and public awareness campaigns are vital in educating the public and preventing future issues. By addressing the underlying causes, society can work towards a more just and equitable future. By confronting the past and committing to a future where human rights are respected, the Philippines can begin to heal and build a more just society. Human rights rallies and the solidarity of diverse communities demonstrate the collective will to move forward. Together, the nation can create a future where justice and human dignity are upheld for all.